I think interior designers, what we're really good at is making anything look styled or good, or creating identity. And it's not like it could ever go so wrong. If anything, it could, if as long as you're believe in it and you own it and you like keep going with it, then and you don't lose that kind of vision somewhere in between. I think that's where that's where it starts to look bad. But if you take it so over the top and you make sure every detail is covered, there's no way that would ever look bad. I am from originally born in Munich, Germany, and then South Shore, Long Island. I was there for 2 years and then moved over, but my parents are first generation. It really started off on their own completely. My mother had my sister here in the US, and I think my parents were very careful to make sure that we had the same culture and experience as if we were growing up in Germany. Obviously we'd speak to each other in German, German food. I think it's just the German family experience. They literally raised me to always just to listen to myself, and that certain decisions are made not from what would seem obvious or whatnot, but it's truly about being like, is this right, and going for it. I went to a private all-girls school which had a uniform, which was really interesting because then it really put emphasis on evenings or weekends where I really planned ahead, and then it was also about just small things that we could do with our uniforms or within the structure that would make us a little bit different. So everyone was very specific. I was like the art girl at school, so I always had something weird going on. I remember wearing vintage, and everyone's like it was just not understood on Long Island, and I had gone away for a pre-college program at RISD, and I saw people from dressing every way. I mean, it was just like, it was so awesome, and I came back with that kind of attitude, and everyone's like, that's so weird, and that really, it just propelled me forward. I try not to be overly casual, so if I do jeans, I definitely pair it with something that's a little bit more formal. Like it can't, I actually would never just go outside with like a t-shirt and jeans. Graphic patterns are my thing. It's not necessarily color, but I feel really comfortable in graphic patterns and animal prints. I don't know why, but that's my kind of, it has to be one of those two things. And I love scarves, and I wear scarves all the time. It's the simplest thing, and I feel comforted. I usually go bold with like a major piece. So I'm wearing a necklace underneath the scarf. It's always about if I take off the scarf and there's something else hanging out there. But it's usually one big piece with the impression of what interior design is, and this, this thing. I think that they imagine this very conservative kind of attitude showing up at their doorstep. Interior design is now out there. It's no longer exclusive. It shouldn't be. I actually think it should be open to everyone, and everyone has their own sense of style. So that's not, the conversation is no longer about this very fancy, over the top kind of industry. It's not exclusive any longer. I really do love clothes. I love style. I think it's really important that whether you're sitting at home on your awesome sofa, you can't sit there with like a dirty pair of sweatpants on your amazing sofa. So how do you capture that whole entire lifestyle? And so for me, it's I do care about fabrics. I do care about patterns. That's intrinsically what I do. And so if I'm wearing something that I don't believe in, whether it's bad material or something, like I'm just simply not interested in that.